Our guys have set a goal to get to the Final Four. I hope we play well enough to do it. I'll see ya.
In major school doing what we did and have an opportunity and a chance to get to the finals and play against a great basketball team in Michigan State.
The whole town was just naturally a buzz about it. Of course, you know, just winning win after win made a big difference.
Man, there's some destiny involved here. There's got to be some destiny.
Oh, yeah, 69 to 66. Abrams with 7. Smith shoots in the air. It is so good. Up bad. It is so good. And again, it is good. It is all over. Game is over. Too little, too late.
Well, Coach Hodges and Coach Ortiger are having a real confab here in front of the coaches.
And Ortiger and Hodges are really both after it.
Fouled in the backcourt by Larry Bird. Larry Bird is fouled out of the game with 14 seconds to play.
This ball game belongs to New Mexico State Aggies.
He shot at the buzzer by Heath. He gets it. I'm gonna go out. We're here now, and you never did say we'd get here, so we're gonna do it.
Well, you really showing me a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Greg McKee. I have the honor to host this postgame event. I know I speak for all of the 78-79 Sycamores when we thank you for being here today and thank you for supporting the 2018-2019 Sycamores as well. Remember, they'll be playing home again soon. Come on back. Now I have the honor. Please welcome the 1978-1979 Indiana State University men's basketball team. It only took 30 seconds to get around. Welcome, guys. I hope you feel loved today. This has been a great turnout, and I know Brad Wiley and Kathy have been involved in planning this, but I know you're grateful to all of these people for helping you remember a great time with everyone. You met them earlier in the game, but in section 110, our alumni from the band, the cheer team, the Sparkettes, all of the people who made nights in Holman Center very special 40 years ago. Thank you for being here. I will invite your attention to the video screen as we remember some who were with us 40 years ago and who have since died. As we remember them and their family members today in gratitude for their association with this team. Please direct your attention to the screen. following the preparation for this day on Facebook or on Twitter, hashtag March Went Bad. And so you know that the Indiana State University athletic staff has been interviewing all of these people and many others as we anticipated this day. They put together a short summary of what some of us, for some reason unknown to me, I'm involved in this next video, but what some of the people have been doing over the last 40 years. But you can get the full story on the Twitter feed. All of these interviews, there were some interesting stories that even I hadn't heard before on these videos. So this is a 40-year retrospective for at least some of the members of this team.
Number 23 at guard, 6'2" sophomore from Warsaw, Indiana, Steve Reed.
I went on, got my master's in health administration from IUPUI, and so most all my career has been in hospital administration and hospital and healthcare consulting. Right now I work for a company called Youth Opportunity Investments. We have long-term residential facilities for youth in about 5 states. So my background's been healthcare. I also teach at IUPUI, undergrad and graduate level in health administration at Fairbanks School of Public Health. So now my mom was a registered nurse, and she was a nurse administrator and a nurse educator, and she's the one that kind of started talking to me about healthcare.
Contemplating retirement. I'm 61 years old. I have a daughter. Both of my parents are still alive. My mom's 91 and my dad's 91. So I'm very proud of that. Just living my life, trying to be the best person I can be.
We've recorded 2 CDs, and we're working on a 3rd one, should be done by the end of this year. And just, you know, there's not a lot of money in it, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm doing what I really love to do. I had a job as a pharmacy technician in Nashville. I did that till 2004, and I still go down there every now and then to work on an as-needed basis, so I can tell them the days I can work, and they say, come on. So as far as being a musician, you know, it's a decent job, and I can go down. The worst part's being away from home for 3 or 4 days, but then I get out of there. I don't have to get caught up in the drama of the workplace sometimes.
After a year working in the newspaper business here, I'd always planned to go back to school doing something. I wasn't sure what. I enrolled in law school and went to work for the Indianapolis Star. And so instead of learning my craft as a hard-working law clerk in some distinguished law firm in Indianapolis, I worked in the Star Sports Department every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night for 3 years, and full-time in the summer, and had an absolute blast. Graduated from law school, worked for 2 years as a law clerk to a federal district judge, an ISU alum named Gene Brooks in Evansville, and never ever expected at the end of law school that I would come back to Terre Haute, and 33 years later I'm working in the same building I've been working for 33 years, and for the last 12 I've been a part-time federal magistrate judge. So I'm practice law 100% of the time, and a part-time federal judge the extra 10% of the time.
6 feet 8 inches tall, a junior, Brad Miley.
I've been in the beverage alcohol business for starting my 30th year, and been in Terre Haute all 29 years, and I actually played overseas 5 years in Australia and Iceland, and so when I came back, got a job with the current company, Southern Wine and Spirits, and probably got about 5 left before I retire, and got my wife Kathy, and I got 2 boys. I got one here in town who gave me 2 granddaughters, and I got a younger son in St. Louis, so they're both doing well, and just kind of nice to have my family around here.
I had retired after Mercer University. I coached in Macon, Georgia, and my daughter started having children, and you know, I wanted to be close to see my grandkids grow up, and you know, I'd been coaching and missed a lot of my 2 children growing up, and so I moved to Roanoke, Virginia, and I was bored, so I got a teaching job. I was teaching high school history, and of course my daughter got me back into coaching. You know, their coach retired, and she came home and told me, Pop, I volunteer you to coach our team because we don't have a coach. And so I coached high school and taught, and then finally retired from that when my daughter moved to North Carolina and then Florida. And of course I moved where they moved, and then they got me back into coaching down here, down in Florida at the Villages Charter School, and just helping with the boys. But then they didn't have a girls coach, and my granddaughter was playing, and so I coached them for a couple of years. But it's been a truly enjoyable time. And now I've retired again. No more coaching. I'm just playing golf 5 days a week, and I think I can handle Brad Miley now.
So do you and Miley have a match set up so that we can work on that?
No, but the last time they played, I took them to the Ladies PGA National, and Kathy beat us both.
Coach, 40 years ago, you were 35 years old with a team to coach with almost no warning. Everything happened October 1 and thereabouts in 1978. It's one of the great stories in college basketball history. Can you remember what those first weeks were like?
Actually, I was so dumb I didn't know how rough life could be. So, it was a little chaotic. We didn't know when we were going to practice, and we got off on a rough footing, but things got pretty good. I had Mel Daniels and Danny King, Terry Thimmer came in, and we had some really good practices. People ask me about Larry. Larry practiced so hard that everybody else had to. And, Danny was, the hard-nosed guy, he got Carl straight. But, our kids got along, and we had great chemistry. I've never had a team. I had one team in Georgia when I was coaching there that had that kind of chemistry, and of course we went to the national tournament. And other than that, I was too naive to know that I could make a mistake.
Well, these days, you said you play golf 4 or 5 times a week, and you're sitting around with your partners after a golf game. What's your favorite story to tell them about this time, this season, as the coach of this team?
They all want to know all the scuttlebutt, You tell them, they want to know about the Bobby Heaton shot, because everybody had seen it on YouTube and so forth. And I said, well, you got to remember now, when Brad got that rebound, threw it to Bobby, at that time we said, Bobby shot it, the good Lord put it in. And Larry was on the bench, he'd fouled poor Muir. That was his last foul. So that was our leading scorer, leading rebounder. Carl was on the bench, our second leading scorer. Alex was on the bench, our second leading rebounder.
Well, who played in the overtime? Raise your hand.
All right. Here's the key. Mel and I talked about it. We put Eric Curry in to get the tip. Then I had the tip in overtime. And, told the guys, we ran a motion offense, and all right, we're going to pass the ball until we get a great shot. No time, no shot clock. And we passed the ball probably 6 or 7 times, and Brad Miley shoots a 15-footer. Nothing but that. I looked over at Mel because when Bobby hit the shot, Mel looked at me and he said, what are you going to do now, genius? And I looked at Mel and Brad hit that shot, and I said, we're winning this game. And,
the second miracle.
Rich Dimchek and Eric and Bobby and Leroy, and, they just went out there and refused to lose. They didn't know we could be beaten.
Hand off to that young man behind you, Steve Green.
Steve was Mr. Steve. Steve he didn't make turnovers. He shot when he was open. He didn't take bad shots, and he always got the ball to where we needed to have it. Yeah, we had a play that was so hard. Larry would start up on this block, and he'd run down to that block, and Steve would drive the ball down the floor and throw it to him. I mean, how hard is that? He just scored.
Give him the microphone, let him defend himself. Steve Reed.
I think that's what my coach wanted me to do, as I recall.
And in some of the interviews you did leading up to today, you were one of those who said, we're fortunate to be here at a time when Indiana State athletics really enjoying a tremendous period. Share a little bit about what it was to be on this campus at that time.
Well, I'll start out by saying I'll never forget the last time I feel like I was kind of in this setting. It was March 27th of 1979. With these guys, it was probably the biggest welcome back party any of us had ever attended. So I'll never forget that. But since 1979, I think ISU athletics had a number of great athletes. They've had some great sports programs, men and women. But when I think back to the late 70s, and maybe even early 80s, here's what I think about. And I don't have much time, so I'm only going to name a few athletes that I think of. But in football, Tunch Ilkin, who played professionally, started lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In golf, Rick Fernandez, heck of a golfer. If not for a freak accident, he might have been playing golf professionally on the tour. In baseball, so many different great players, but I'm going to mention my good friend Brian Dorsett, who played in the major leagues for a number of years. And then two athletes I want to say just a few words about. One in gymnastics was Kurt Thomas. In 1977, Kurt won the parallel bars in the all-around competition at the NCAA gymnastics tournament and helped ISU to the championship that year. In 1979, Kurt won the horizontal bars, the parallel bars, and the all-around competition in the NCAA gymnastics tournament. In that same year, he won a record 6 medals in the World Gymnastics Championship and the Sullivan Award, which is given every year to the amateur athlete of the year. And something that stood the test of time is the Thomas Flair on the pommel horse. So he created that. Wrestling, Bruce Baumgartner is an ISU heavyweight wrestler. Bruce was runner-up twice in the NCAA tournament and then was the heavyweight champion in 1982. Baumgartner won 4 Olympic medals, a bronze, a silver, and 2 gold. And in total, Bruce Baumgartner won 5 international wrestling titles, placing him 2nd all-time in USA wrestling history. And oh, by the way, he was the 1995 Sullivan Award winner. So I'd like to conclude my remarks just to say, as great as those guys were, Larry the Legend is the only person in the history of the NBA to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. And using Larry's own words, that ain't bad for a Hickler French lick.
I didn't know we were going to run the New Mexico State shot 10 times today, but we're going to run it again. It's such a source of joy. There are people in Terre Haute that turned off their television and looked at the screen. Those who stayed tuned in had a thrill. I'm afraid if we show it again, it will rim out and it's going to destroy a lot of history. But one more time, New Mexico State.
Eric Curry is coming into the lineup to replace Alex Gilbert, who has fouled out. Webb's free throw is in the air, and he missed it, and Miley has it with 2 seconds. Heaton half the length of the court. Got it! It is tied! He made it! He made the shot! I don't believe it! From half, and it's tied! It is tied! He shot it over the center line!
We thought about using the New Mexico State broadcast because in the run-up to the play, they're talking about, doesn't look like the Sycamores are going to be undefeated now. And I think the crowd was chanting 18-1, was that? So what's your side of the story? Have you practiced this at all?
Well, no, not really, but I have to confess I did not call bank. No, it's, well, you know, things just had to fall in place as far as Greg Webb had to miss the shot, and Brad got the rebound and made a perfect pass to me, and all in one motion turn and shot the ball. But when the ball was about halfway to the goal, it looked like it was going to go over the backboard. And but when the ball went in, you know, the crowd was just stunned. And you know, my former teammates, my teammates at the time, you know, we hung in there and we won in overtime. But as I've told people that, you know, when New Mexico State, which hit a basket in overtime, you know, the crowd just was out of it. They didn't clap much and that type of thing. But it was when we hung in there, what really made the shot, complete the shot, is that we were able to win in overtime. So that was quite special. But a lot of people still talk about it today, but it was something I'll never forget.
Well, the next day you fly to Tulsa, and you have a shoot around, and everybody takes a turn.
Everybody takes a turn, and
we're reading that shot.
Yeah, we weren't over at the side, we were right in the middle of the court, and everybody shot and missed, except one guy who was having to be 6'9" and blonde-headed, who hit it. Of all things, Larry Woodhouse, he hit it. Of course, he rubbed it into me. He said that wasn't too bad. It's quite easy. I said, well, you didn't do it in front of 14,000 people. But yeah, again, it was just. But we continued that run. We beat Tulsa the next night and went on. But it was a fun night.
And today, he's a state representative. That makes him arguably one of the 200 most powerful people in Indiana. Is that frightening of you guys? Thank you, Bob. In fact, Coach Lansing and I discussed that play last night, and what he talked about was the Miley pass. He thought that was the critical part of that. Greg, is all of this still relevant today in your world? Is this something that is part of what you talk to prospective players about?
Without a doubt. I look at it, and this team probably did more for a community than any team in any sport at any level. And I'm in awe of it. I really am. I consider it an unbelievable honor to be the head coach here. We talk about it a lot. I love having the guys around, and for them to sacrifice and everybody be here today, something special.
We were in some meetings early on, and I said something to you that we hope that there would be something out today that didn't just honor these guys, but there were takeaways for your team today. What do you see as the takeaways that the 2018-19 team can take from what these guys accomplished 40 years ago?
Look at the people in the stands for one. I mean, that's that kind of accomplishment. That kind of accomplishment. You create your own legacy, and 40 years later, it's still your legacy, and people still love you like that. And I tried to tell the guys the other day, it's like us going 33-0 and going to the championship and playing Zion, Williams, and Duke in the finals. So it's incredible.
Thank you. We were in the great cathedral of college basketball, Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. Seated 15,000 people then and now. Still one of the great arenas in college basketball. And you have this moment where you have this dunk that just sets the arena on fire. We'll watch it on video.
The Sycamores handled Tech, keyed by a 20-point spurt midway through the first half. It was an amazing Alex Gilbert slam dunk, which sparked the team at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas.
With an assist to Leroy Staley for missing the shot.
Thank you for that. I remember the day of that game before we played. I talked to Coach in the hallway. And I said, I've been waiting my whole life to play here. I grew up in St. Louis and it was Big 8 country. So we saw Kansas play all the time. I thought, that's like the greatest place on earth to play college basketball. And I remember I'm going to do something special. I just thought, this is it. This is all I've ever wanted in my life. And that shot, it was like perfect. It was a perfect cap to a perfect day to a perfect year. I really believe that set us off on the right.
We spoke yet. I asked you earlier today what memory rests with you, what game rests in your mind, even today, 40 years later, wasn't that?
What was it?
Which game is the one that's the most unforgettable for you?
Playing Arkansas for the right to go to the Final Four. It was undoubtedly probably one of the greatest college basketball games I've ever played. It was nip and tuck the whole game. It was a war. I just remember being so worn out by the end of that game. When Bob hit that shot, I just kind of melted on the floor. I just thought, this is what it's all about. This is what you want. The right to play for the national championship. I had dreamed that my whole life. One time I'd get that chance. Thanks to Bob and the rest of us guys. There we go.
There are some people who were in Cincinnati. That was our great moment because Riverfront Coliseum was filled with people from Terrebonne and Indiana State alumni to support. And I remember reading a quote years later that Eddie Sutton, coach of Arkansas, was asked the greatest game he ever coached. And his response was, my answer is strange because it's a game we lost. The Indiana State University of Arkansas game for that opportunity in 1979 was the greatest basketball game I was ever part of. And we all were fortunate to be part of that. Carl, next, in a few weeks, they're making room for another banner. As I told you last night, I wish Coach Clee could be here today. He just turned 93 years old and he's been a little under the weather. But Dwayne Clee, from the time he was in the 4th or 5th grade and a student at the lab school, has been a part of the Indiana State University community. And of course, your teammate is up there. You're joining a pretty special group of people. Tell us your reaction when you found out that you were retiring at number 22.
I almost fell out of my seat. Like, really? You know, I was speechless, but in the same sense, I was really grateful, super excited, kind of still like, don't really believe it a little bit until it's actually there, but I always worked over the years, and I talked to Greg Lansing a lot, like, you know, because I was doing some college scouting and stuff, and I always look up around and see these guys up there, and I'm like, man, what did he do to get his jersey? Which I should kill him. And what did he do? Oh, man. And so, you know, I just kind of like, hey, coach, man, what's going on? more, and he kind of investigated and stuff like that, and it just kind of happened. When I actually got the ball and everything, I was really, really shocked, but real grateful because, you know, this is where it all started for me. I was a young guy on the south side of Chicago. This is where it all started for me. This is where my identity was created, just the intensity, you know, so this is it. It made me who I am, and I'm forever appreciative. And when I go up there, man, that's going to be something special for me.
I'll come back. I'll be here in this world.
Matter of fact, I was taking the sheets to that day. Don't have to worry about it.
Sometimes it's hard for people, particularly the new generation who have no personal memories of this time, to realize that there was no ESPN at any time at this team played. ESPN did not start broadcasting until 2 months after the championship game. As a result, there are probably dozens of college basketball games easily accessible on the internet or on national feeds. A national television audience did not see this team until senior day of 1979 when Wichita State came here. Jim Simpson and Al McGuire. Ed McKee and I spent the afternoon before with Simpson and McGuire trying to give them some thoughts about what they would say. That's when we just published a game program where we somehow compared Larry Bird to Haley's Comet, which was probably a dumb thing to do, but it was the kind of thing that McGuire loved. This is how they ended the show.
The subject of, this is bird country. Oh, this is bird watching country, but this is a rare bird. There's a meteor called Haley's Comet that appears once every 76 years. And that's what they call him down here, is Haley's Comet. He has unbelievable ability, and welcome to Larry's world.
Well, they've got to try to remain undefeated. We will tell you again in an hour.
McGuire came back to speak at the Chamber dinner in 1991. And by that time, he wasn't as mentally acute, but we spent about 15 minutes talking, and I reminded him of the times he was in this arena as a coach, and when he had been here in 1979, sparkle came to his eye. I remember very well that day. He had predicted we would score more than 100 points, and he had predicted that Larry would have one of the great days of his career. He scored 109, and Larry scored 49. And that microphone to Larry.
Mel just retired from the NBA. He played for Bob King in New Mexico, so we knew his background. Obviously, being a Pacers fan, watched him in the NBA and playing ball in the NBA. When he retired, he came right down and helped Coach King. I think it started my sophomore, maybe my junior year part-time, and my senior year he was here full-time. You can ask the guys, they absolutely loved him. He brought so much. The guys respected him so much that he added something. And knowing Mel for all them years, it's sad that he's not around anymore, but he's a part of this team. He was a big part of it.
He brought some competitive intensity also, as I understand.
Well, he thought he could still play. I don't know about that. He might have beat Carl up. The only way he might be Alex. Alex just weighed about 150 pounds. The rest of us need to be around.
And we wanted to talk about King today. One of the past reunions, we sat up on the stage, and you and Coach King had a conversation. One of my my favorite personal pictures is of the two of you in that conversation, and you're both laughing. I can't remember what story had been told, but we're thrilled that Randy and Brad, Bob's sons, are here today, and we send messages home with them to Cheryl, who is ill and was unable to come even though she wanted to be here. But Cheryl King and many friends in this community, and we hope that you'll say hello to your mother and let her know that Terre Haute wishes her well. Bob King was an important person in your life.
Well, he's a very special man, and great coach, great to play for. But one thing I couldn't understand, we have a game at home. Of course, my buddies jump in my car. Bob King would follow me home. I never got that. So on the way home, I dropped them guys off, and he'd be, I don't know, a quarter mile, maybe not that far. He'd drive real slow, and he would wait until I get out of my car before he'd pull off and leave. I was a little smarter than coach back then. I go inside and wait until on the other side, they went by to get back in my car and go out. That's who we were college students. But as far as coaching, he was a special man, special coach. He was high strung when the game started. Off the court, he was the best. And I know some of these guys really didn't know him that well because most of them come from junior colleges. The team that he put together, you got to remember that there was just a couple guys left over after my junior year, I guess in '78. And his staff put together a bunch of guys, and Leroy and Rich and all of them. And obviously, Carl's a big piece of that coming back from junior college. And, you know, we showed the world that we can win a lot of games despite the coaching.
Some things never change. 40 years ago, you would tell the Sports Information Office that you really weren't interested in a lot of personal interviews. You'd be happy if the media talked to your teammates. Last night, we talked to you about media availability and said, have them talk to my teammates. I'll give you a chance to talk about your teammates.
It's like any sport you play in. You can't do it yourself. You've got to rely on other people. Not only the coaches, but your teammates, and really whoever's involved, the doctors or whatever. Every level that I played in, that I had success in, I had great teammates. Guys that knew the role, come to play every day, come to get better every day. And it's not just in sports, it's in life in general. If you give your best, if people around you give your best, good things are going to happen. I believed in that as a young kid. It was instilled in me through my Jim Jones, which coaches in 7th grade on. He would tell us every day, trust one another, believe in yourself. I've been fortunate in every area I've been in that I've had good people around me. And you just look at this team. You knew Bobby Heaton was our 6th man. You knew Leroy was going to come in. And you knew Carl was going to shoot every time he got it. You knew Brad was never going to shoot unless his leg. And Alex, you know, you give him 2 around the basket, he's going to make something happen. I mean, it was a special team. Steve Reed knew where the ball should go. I mean, I think Steve knew that a coach he ripped down there and thrown it. Well, at that time, they wanted me to touch the ball every time down to make something happen. You got to remember that sometimes I was double and triple teamed in games. If you remember the Bradley game, they put 3 to 4 guys for me. And like, I wouldn't want to pass the ball to Carl on the other guys. I mean, Carl had 30-some points that game. I took 2 shots, was 2 for 2, and then I don't know how many rebounds, but we went by 3rd. I mean, and you say these are good coaches? It don't make no sense to me. Whatever. But you got to have good people around you. You got to know your teammates. You've got to work with them. And you know, some guys in college and even in the pro, they like what comes with it. They like the free education in college. They like parties, they like hanging. But are you really giving it all you got? What do you want out of this? And I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of teammates that want a lot out of it, and that's why we've had success.
if someone said, will there be anybody at home center, but everyone was out on the streets, and you came in here, streams of toilet paper and signs and people that waited hours to greet you. I remember the best line of that day that no one in sports information was smart enough to write. Came from Bob Ritter, who told that crowd, "You've treated us like kings. We're just sorry we couldn't bring the crown." You've been treated like kings again today because the memory of your season and the impact it had on this community and this university endure. Indiana State University remains this important institution in the heart of the Wabash Valley. Its outreach to this community comes in many ways, but especially through the opportunity to get behind something and cheer on the team like you represent. Thank you on behalf of all of you.